let's move on. We're going to talk about protractors here and how to measure angles, and then technically how to draw them. But let's look at our protractor here first, okay? So number 1 on page 153. Everybody look at page 153 with me. Put the protractors down. Don't put your hands through them and break them, okay? Everybody look at page 153, number 1. It says, place the vertex marker of the protractor at the vertex of the angle. Look, here is the vertex marker right here. You also see a picture of that in your book. Okay, that's your vertex marker. I don't need you to say yes every time, okay? Thank you. Number 2, what does number 2 say? Rotate the protractor until the horizontal line extending from the vertex marker is on one side of the angle, okay? In other words, your vertex is going to be right here, and then one of the lines of the angles, you have an angle here, and one of these lines are going to go straight here. Not exactly straight like that because that's not very straight, but on that straight black line, okay? When you do that, then you're going to see that you're going to have another angle going something like that, okay? It may go, it just depends on the angle. But what would you say the measurement of this angle is?
I got this.
Close set, and I always allow your answers to be within 5 degrees. So about 74, 75, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, it says here, keep the vertex marker at the vertex of the angle. Now, sometimes you may have to rotate your protractor and so forth to be able to get it to line up, and that's okay if you do. Number 3, read the scale of the protractor to see where the other side of the angle intersects. And this is the other side here. Okay, this is the other side here. This is the one that you lined up on the line. If it does not intersect the protractor, extend the side using the protractor straight edge, which you can use like a ruler, a sticky note, whatever you need to do to be able to extend that. Now, since the circular side of the protractor has 2 scales, which scale do we use? You use the scale that starts at 0 on the side of the angle. So, if the angle is on this side of the protractor, then you use the measurement that starts with 0, which is here. So you use the bottom one. You don't want to start with 180, okay? If the angle had been on this side and your straight line is still here, then you're going to use the line that starts with 0, which this one would no, you still use the one that starts with 0 over here, and you go to 120, okay? And you also know that's an obtuse angle, okay? Now, a protractor, go down to drawing protractors. Everybody see that with me? A protractor can also be used to draw angles. Use the following steps to draw angles with a protractor. All right. We're not going to do a whole lot of those, but we're going to definitely read through this and learn. Number 1, draw one side of the angle using the straight edge of the protractor. Okay, so let me just protractor thing here. All right, so if I got this protractor here and I want to line this protractor up so that I can draw a straight line. Okay? Now, use the straight edge of the protractor, mark the vertex at the point of the line. So I know that right here is going to be my vertex, right? Right. Even though my vertex is right there, but right now I'm drawing an angle, okay? And then I'm going to draw a straight line. Okay, I really should have had that line to extend on out, but I didn't, okay? Yes?
Are we going to draw any of this?
We might. We'll see, okay? Now, locate the designated number of degrees. So let's say that I want to draw a 75-degree angle, okay? So I've got my vertex in place, and technically, I'm just going to...
Abby Tuff and Bailey Martin, please report to Mrs. Matherly's office.
Okay.
Abby Tuff and Bailey Martin to Mrs. Matherly's office. Thank you.
Okay, so let's say that I want to draw a 75-degree angle. Well, you know, technically you can use another ruler or something to get it lined up to your line or wherever you want it to be. But in this case, I cannot do that. But I know 75 is somewhere along here. Woohoo, that was pretty good. There we go. Okay, now, so now I drew a 75-degree angle. Does everybody see that? So basically, you're going to line up your protractor to your vertex, and then you're going to determine where you're going to draw your line. Okay? Now, let's go on over to the next page. Go on over to page 154. All right, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to review complementary angles and supplementary angles, okay? Complementary angles. All right, so complementary angles equals what? It's two angles that equal what?
90 degrees.
Yeah, complementary angles are two angles that equal 90 degrees, right? Okay, supplementary angles.
An angle that equals 180.
A angle,
Yeah.
A angle. Why'd you let me spell angels up here? A-N-G-L-E-S. Okay, so a supplementary angle are two angles that measure or equal 180 degrees, okay? Everybody got that? All right, so you don't even have to measure these to find the answer of the unknown angle, right? Okay, so let's just say, everybody look at number 10 in your book, okay? Number 10 in your book says angle R equals 30 degrees. But what does the direction say?
Find the supplement of
Angle. Right. So we're going to complement someone 90 times, right? So a complementary angle, we take 90 degrees, we minus what we have, and that's going to equal what? 60. So that's the answer to A. B would be what? 180 degrees minus our known, and that equals what? What's the 150 degrees, okay? And that's what you're doing is you take what you first of all, they tell you it's either a complementary angle or a supplementary angle. If it's a complementary angle, we know your goal that whole entire section of angles equal 90 degrees. If it's a supplementary, they equal 180. So you take whatever angle they give you and subtract it. Yes.
So you always subtract it from 90 and 180?
It depends. Yes, 90 for complementary and 180 for supplementary.
And you tell if it's a complementary
Yes.
supplementary by what the
Yeah.
middle number?
Yeah, it'll tell you. Everybody look at number 11 with me. Everybody look at number 11.
Wait, were we supposed to write this down?
That you can write this in your book on page 155, okay? Because number 10 I just did for you. A, your answer is 60 degrees. B is 150. Okay?
Wouldn't we put both?
Yeah, go ahead and write those answers in your book on page 155. I'll give it. So number 11, we are still going to find the complementary angle and the supplementary angle. Okay? So number 11 tells us that angle Y equals how much? 12 degrees. Okay? We're going to find the A. We're going to find the complementary angle. We have a complementary angle. Complementary, which tells us we got a 90-degree angle minus 12. B is supplementary, and you don't have to actually write supplementary and complementary because you're going to know that information. You just got to do your subtraction. All right? So, number 11, what is the answer to A?
78.
78 degrees. Make sure you write your answer in degrees. Yes.
At first, I was wondering why you got 90, but now I know why.
Now you understand,
The
okay.
angle is 90 degrees.
Yep.
So now I understand.
That's right. So, what is the supplementary angle? 168 degrees. Everybody do 12 right now on your own, and then we'll go over it in your book, okay? So that's the answers to 11. And all you have to do is write number 11, A, 78 degrees, B, 168 degrees. Or you can write it like that. Okay, everybody do number 12. We're going to go over that again. Everybody got that?
Give it some stairway.
All right, number 12.
It'll be
Can
fine.
I do the answer?
All right, yes. Tell us what the answer is to A on number 12.
The answer is 29 degrees.
That's correct, 29 degrees. What about B?
119.
119 degrees. All right. Now, everybody, you're going to do...
No.
Please don't.
Yes, please so.
No.
Oh.
All right, so
I'm gonna fry my brain.
Me too.
here's what you're going to do. Okay, so these are vertical angles. Angle A is equal to angle A. Angle B is equal to angle B. And they probably give them different names, but I just want you to understand that this angle and this angle equals the same. This angle and this angle equals the same. So if you have, everybody look at number 20. So what is the answer to number 2? Angle 2. 15 degrees. Because it's the same as the one directly across from it. How about angle number 1? 165. Very good. Any questions on that?
Wait, what was number 1? I mean number 2.
What? Look at your book. What's the angle straight directly across from it? 165.
Alright.
Okay. Now, everybody look at number 23. Find the measure of all angles. Okay. Well, if angle 1, if angle,
They're all just the same.
okay, if they tell you that angle number 4 or no angle name there is 86, what would the answer to be to number 1?
86.
No, because it's not a 90-degree angle and these are not vertical angles. Let me show you. Everybody listen.
Come again.
Let me show you. Everybody listen. Okay? So, this is like having,
But they're all the same.
nope, everybody look. Okay? Now, this is angle 1, I think. This is angle 2, and this is angle 3. But they tell you that this angle here measures 86 degrees. Okay, well, mine is sort of equal. But if you have an angle from here to here, how much is that angle?
180.
180. That's a supplementary angle. So 180 minus 86 equals what?
94.
94. So then if we know that angle number 1 is 94, we have another 180 degree angle. What would angle 2 be? 180 minus 94.
86.
86. Okay? Now, what would the answer be to number 3? 94. Now, this angle is equal to this angle. Same thing. This angle is equal to this angle, plus they're going to equal 180.
So what's number 1? Number 1.
Number 1 is 94.
And
Okay.
number 3?
And number 3, because they are vertical from each other. They go straight across.
2.
Huh?
What about number 2?
86. 86.
What?
Can I go?
I don't get it.
I'm still very confused.
I got it.